Hey guys, it's Flouge. I'm doing another official review of No Man's Sky. I technically streamed once this morning and once last night, and those videos are up on my channel. But I wanted to do more of an official review to kind of talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly of this game. So let's see, I've probably played about 10 hours now already. And so, kind of what the game's like. If you've played Minecraft, or if you've played kind of EVE Online, and some basic first-person shooters, it's kind of like all of those things into one. So, there's different types of weapons that you can have, or different upgrades. Your suit is very important as it keeps you alive in hot, cold, and toxic environments. And then your ship also is really important too, which you can fit it to have more space, better weapons, more shielding, or be able to have better scanners or things like that. So as the several main things you can do in the game is that you can mine and kind of be like a miner and transporter of goods and stuff like that. You can also make goods with the raw resources that you get. Excuse me. You can also be a pirater, technically. You can get a nicer ship and pirate other ships and hack and steal stuff and all that kind of things. You can also be more of an explorer, where you can find abandoned ruins, you can find monoliths of different races that will teach you different words and language, and that's important because there are different races in the game, and the more you learn their language, the better you'll be able to communicate, and eventually you'll get better stuff. Let's see. That is the gist of the game. So yeah, there's a whole economy, there's a marketing system, and your goal is to get toward the center of the galaxy, because that's all where the better stuff is. And you yourself, as I've played, there's kind of these sections or things that you encounter, and it's been interesting to have some of those, because you're learning that about your character, that he or she doesn't really know who they are or where they come from. They're just kind of around. They're just kind of existent. We don't even know what race you are. And so the plot of the story, I guess, is somewhat trying to discover who you are, and then too, some of the subplots are with alien races and learning about them, and discoveries of planets and solar systems, creatures and plants, and you get rewarded for doing that kind of stuff. And then too, I saw one planet, very barren, not a lot on it, and pretty much every single point of interest that I went to on the map, things were just blown up and destroyed and screwed up. So, and then some of the planets are really nice, and there's hubs and whatever. And so it is a pretty interesting game so far, and there is an infinite amount of stuff to do. So I guess in that aspect, that there's a ton to do and kind of explore. It's like Fallout 4 or New Vegas or Fallout 3 if you've played any of those, or kind of like GTA 5, I guess, except it's a bit more complex and better. So like something else, I guess, in the last couple of minutes, some things that I don't like about the game. So those things I all enjoy: the economy, how things are set up, different upgrades, not massive versatility, but it's still there. You can buy different ships and different mining tools and whatever. And those are all great. And then the exploration is really good too. Some things that I don't like, or some other things that players may not like, is that the turning the camera leaves something to be desired, both in space, in your spacecraft, and in your avatar. So turning is really kind of slow and jerky with your avatar or your character, and then in your spaceship it's extremely sharp, quick, and snappy. So you can try to finagle with the controls a little bit, which I've done, but it still doesn't feel like a real tactical first-person shooter or anything like that. It's very kind of arcade-like. Something else is that things are seamless from going to space to planets. to going to the surface, which is great. So all 3 main tiers are broken up pretty well and are all seamless. But the game loads as you explore it. So if you're moving too quickly, like in your ship at Impulse, you're able to travel distance pretty far. And the planets are huge, by the way. But you get to see the planet be created in front of you, kind of like in Minecraft if you're in creative mode and just flying as fast as you can. But it ends up being too fast anyway. So that kind of gets annoying. You're trying to see details or whatever, and the details don't really come until you've already gone past it. And if you go the next speed down in your ship, then it takes forever to kind of get there. It takes minutes or maybe even 10 minutes or 20 minutes to get somewhere. So that's not perfect, but it's still not too bad. There are some galaxies that are more dangerous than others, so like I've actually been attacked. I don't know if it's been by NPCs, I assume, but it could be by players too. I've had some people in my previous streams ask about multiplayer. Technically there is no multiplayer, but there has been some talk that Hello Games is going to put that in at some point on some level, that maybe you'll kind of be able to explore with a buddy or bring them to your planet, and you'll be able to kind of mine and do stuff together. So it'll kind of be like a Minecraft or Pokemon Go kind of community of just you and another person or a couple of other players kind of just doing some stuff and goofing around. Something else that they've chatted about, or that was actually confirmed today, was that Hello Games is going to implement base building. So I don't know if that's just on planets or also maybe space stations, but they're going to continue to release patches and kind of DLC, and as far as I can tell, without you needing to pay for it, which is awesome. I really hope they stick to that. But just free DLC that you'll get, and that will be installed in updates to your game just like other ones. And so they've made a really good platform, and there's tons of different facets that they can expand off of and really make this quite a revolutionary game. It already is a revolutionary game. I went to the midnight, or to the kind of the closing release last night, and there was about 60 or 70 people there, all kind of different age groups, and so this has really kind of gripped quite a few people, and it is pretty fun. If you're looking for a game that's certainly more multiplayer based, like Call of Duty or Battlefront or Minecraft, then this probably isn't the game for you. It's still a very isolated game, and there's a lot of involvement of just trying to stay alive. So you're trying to mine resources without dying. You can have predators attack you, and you're trying to carry all this stuff and finagle what's more important than something else. You can get upgrades later, like my pack and whatnot, but it is pretty crazy and kind of ridiculous. So eventually you'll mine and you'll be like, oh, I gotta go back up and sell some stuff or whatever, and you don't have like a cache up in a planet or a space station or anything like that. You can only carry what's on your ship and what's on you, and that's about it. So the game is very fun. I would say that it is worth $60. If you're kind of curious how long it takes, the developer said that if you went from planet to planet and kind of moved toward the center of the universe and got there, and there's supposed to be a plot conclusion to the game for you, though they haven't released what that is, but a plot conclusion, they say that can take anywhere from 20 to 30 hours, maybe 35. And I've already played 10, and I'm only to my second star system, my second solar system. So I'm going to be playing this probably longer than I did Fallout 4, and that's saying something. But I have another friend that's playing this too, and he's actually a little further along, and he said there's more interaction as you get to learn languages, and there's NPCs that kind of come into the story, kind of like Skyrim and Oblivion feeling. You know, there's couriers that he said, and other people that have helped him out and dropped off stuff for him or given him kind of quests, and it's really kind of interesting. So I hope that's kind of a good overview of the game. I know it's really quick. Check out my other videos. I know they're hours long, but I wanted to make a little teeny kind of review of the game itself, just so that you guys can kind of get a little footprint. And I know a lot of folks are kind of on the fence about the game, and you watching this have probably already seen some streams or other videos that have been posted. But of course, make the decision for yourself. If it looks like something that would be fun, go ahead and go for it. I'm certainly ecstatic. I think this game's better than Fallout 4 in my opinion. But I'm going to be playing this game a long time. So, of course, hey, I'm Flouge. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and to let friends know about my channel. I do game reviews, which I will be doing one too after No Man's Sky, and I also do multiplayer, and I love doing co-op and squatting and community stuff with my viewers and stuff like that. So I will see you guys later, and you guys rest easy.